Okay. So I'm going to talk a little bit about some of the outreach activities that we have done, starting with last fall of 2017, up through current. So it includes mostly going to conferences and having a Mount West Digital Library table. It could be just talking with people that I meet at meetings, and also some of the things that Mount West Digital Library itself does to help us promote our own collections amongst ourselves and our users. So one of the great things that happened was we got a new tablecloth. So hopefully, if you notice the table just outside the room, the beautiful tablecloth, that's the one. As you can see, I actually got made fun of at this UELMA conference a year ago because of my blah white tablecloth. So it's been really great to have this beautiful new tablecloth that Kinza and Avalon.
And I have to say, it sounds like just a tablecloth, but
no, it's more.
It was a huge project. And it took a lot of calibrating and going back and forth with print services, but I think it's been good to more portable than a poster.
It's really, really nice, and it looks good when you're amongst all these other vendors who can spend lots and lots of money on their displays, and here we are. So it's just beautiful. So take a look at it outside if you haven't seen it already. Also, they came up with beautiful giveaways, postcards that were drawn from different collections of partners. Really nice bookmarks. Those are the bookmarks, I think, are the favorites at the conferences. People love the bookmarks. But if you want to see those up close, we have samples here. Come take a look. Come take some home with you. They're really nice. And again, thanks to Kinza and Avalon Snell, who has. So it's been. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
And also, they're available to print out.
Right. I mentioned that later.
Sorry.
It's okay. But on the back of them, they have information about the collections and that sort of thing. So they're really nice. If you recall, you probably all get your favorite email to see is, come help us promote the Mount West Digital Library. So I send around doodle polls asking people to sign up at the various conferences, and we really appreciate those of you who can sign up when you can. We've had great turnout, but that's been a really nice way to get other people to help. So back in October, we had a table at the Utah History Conference, the annual Utah History Conference, and I wasn't able to be there. I was in Europe, sigh, but had great people who helped out. So thanks to Scott Eldridge, Gina Strack, and Avalon Snell. They staffed the table for that day, and they reported about 28 visits with attendees. So the way we kind of keep track is we keep hashtags of people who just stop by and say hi, but then separate ones for people who engage in more questioning and want to know more about it. And so these were 28 substantial visits with people where they were able to explain what the Mount West Digital Library was, how it works, show images, samples, do sample searches, etc. So that's significant. You go away with that many more people knowing about this great resource. And at Utah History conferences, you've got mostly historians there, and they're very, very interested in local history in particular, and Western history. In October, I was at the Utah Council for the Social Studies, which is aimed at high school, elementary, junior high students, teachers, librarians, student teachers, and people are so excited to learn about the Mount West Digital Library, especially the fact that it's free, there's no sign up, there's no registration. Student teachers just love it. It's like it opens up a whole new world to them of resources that they can use, especially for their Utah history and Western history. And so I had 18 really good conversations There you can see the beautiful tablecloth. I know that just drew people in, and I always have candy and giveaways, and so it's really fun to go and engage with the junior high, high school, elementary age, the people who deal with them, the teachers and the librarians and student teachers. It's very rewarding. I also did something different. I gave a talk specifically on genealogy resources to the Utah Valley Technology Assisted Genealogy Group, or UTAG, or UVTAG. I had met a woman at the Roots Tech the previous year who was interested. She remembered my name. She'd stopped by our booth and had one of my cards, and so she called me and asked me to give a presentation to their group. And so the emphasis was primarily genealogy, and they especially liked the local archives, like the Salt Lake County Archives, the state archives, and the Utah digital newspapers, because you could find lots of good family or obituaries and that sort of thing in the newspapers. And we talked about the DPLA a lot, and I showed them family Bibles that were in DPLA collections, especially in the southeast US, because lots of people keep their entire genealogy in their family Bible. So that was a fun conference also, and there were 28 members there. And I actually ran into a woman that I'd met there at the following Roots Tech conference in just this past February. So that was kind of fun to see her. She actually remembered me. So at Roots Tech, it was just crazy. We talked to 488 people over 4 days. There's Andrea right there being deluged by 2 people. So, and you can see in my little little posting, I said something about today we've already talked to 120 people and it's only noon. So it was very busy, and that's great. And so that goes over a number of days. Thank you to everyone who was able to help out with the staffing: Andrea, Kinza, Teresa, Scott Eldridge, Linda Roholt, Ken Rockwell, Lindsay Memory, and Ray Matthews for helping to staff that. So I think we've decided that's a pretty good conference to go to. Reaches a whole new audience, and so we'll keep doing that, even though their prices are going up and up. But, at ULA this past spring, we talked with 59 people over 2 days, and I kind of broke down the types of discussions. The neat thing about this ULA was a couple of people left behind their cards, and so I followed up with them. And one of the women, she's a librarian at the Salt Lake Public Library, she's going to come to our meeting tomorrow. And she has some ideas, some materials that not only Salt Lake Public Library has, but also Marriott has, and I think BYU has a particular magazine that she wants to see if we can do a joint digitization project on. So, and then another person I contacted but haven't heard back from her from ULA. But again, thank you to everybody who helped staff the tables. And I guess I don't need to run through all of them, but thank you. Your name's up there. We really appreciate it. The Conference of Intermountain Archivists, or SEMA, was in May. Talked with over 21 people over 2 days. A lot of people already knew about us because there were a lot of local archivists there and historians, but we did get to talk with some new people from Nevada in particular. This gentleman down here is famous in Nevada. He's the local Pawn Star. And he's also the Clark County Museum administrator, and so he was fun to talk to, and he knows a lot about Nevada history, and I don't know if he works with you guys. And yeah, that's great. So so that was a fun conference to hang out at as well. A new one that we're doing is this BYU's Family History and Genealogy Conference, which is coming up in August. And the cool thing we're going to try with this is we're going to divide up the days. You can see it runs over August 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. So Ray Gifford at the State Archives had the idea that each group, State Archives, Salt Lake County Archives, and Mount West Digital Library, each take a day. We'll share the cost of registering and being there, and we'll share the day, and we'll promote each other's materials and resources each day while we're there. So that's what we're going to try doing. So thanks to the people that have signed up to help out with that. So we'll see how that goes. We'll be kind of co-promoting each other's resources. So I think that's a really great idea.
And I think it would be really great to try to do something similar at Roots Tech, because
I think
actually, Ray just heard
Ray,
back from
oh, good.
Roots Tech saying
Yeah.
that we probably will be able to share.
that
Okay.
would be so great.
Yes, and I think it's something that we might try at even like ULA or something like that to kind of consolidate all of our Utah, archives
Yeah, we
things
talked about it. We have this
close
stream
by.
of the Quad Pod, which I think, so it'll be like 4 institutions,
Uh-huh.
so like Utah State History, or maybe even
Yeah.
THA in general, and then Utah State Archives, Salt Lake County Archives, and the Mount West Digital Library. It's like Utah's repositories.
Exactly. Have a
Yeah,
big
like
corner
giant end cap or
corner
something.
area.
That's our dream.
We'll make it happen.
'Cause it does
Anyway.
help to have that kind of shared resources.
Yes.
Because Roots Tech is intense.
Mhm.
I mean, just at our booth, we usually get about 650 over the years, and like sometimes there's like 3 deep, and there's only 2 people talking, and
Yeah, it
And
can
then
be.
people pass by too, because they're waiting in the whole, right, that's a very intense con.
It
They're
is.
talking a lot the whole time they're there. You're right.
On this year, they had at Roots Tech, they had a nighttime vendor session too that Teresa did. And so thanks to her for doing that. That was a new thing that they tried. And so that sounds like a success. Yeah, so we'll be doing this one in August. This was a brand new thing too. This organization, the Great Basin Anthropological Conference, they actually contacted me about having Mount West Digital Library do a table there. So we're trying to get that worked out. It's over a number of days, so maybe you'll be getting a little email asking you to sign up for a doodle poll to help staff this. It's going to be in Salt Lake at the, I can't remember which hotel, a downtown hotel, but at the Sheraton, yes, thank you. So that'll be really fun because we've got great anthropological resources in the Mount West Digital Library, and this will be a whole new audience, and it's exciting to see how excited people get about what a great resource and that it's free and open. So
Maybe we could do, some special collections or exhibits, taking some of our Mount West Digital Library resources to create like special exhibits for special conferences like this.
sure. I guess that would fall to me. No, I don't know. A collaborative
We have
thing
new
or?
task force for that.
Yeah.
And then one thing to remember is when
Allison's really good at that.
when we do staff the booths, we do make sure that we're representing all of our partners.
Yes,
In Idaho and Oregon and
Absolutely.
Nevada and-
Uh-huh.
So Wyoming, and if we did something like that, then we have to make sure we're curating.
Yeah,
as
from a
equally
variety of,
across.
because we have the banner that names all the different, the different states and areas that, and all of our handouts have that sort of information too. So yes, we do try to cross-promote. And to promote our own collections amongst ourselves, as we know, Jonathan sends out these great reports that have the usage stats and that sort of thing. If you take a look at yours and some of your collections, aren't that great, and you'd like to try to boost your usage or how many people are looking at it, Kinza had the idea to send out monthly reminders to say, hey, you can use the Mount West Digital Library staff to write a blog for you, or to help you write a blog, or to focus on a new collection you have, or if you have an event coming up, or there's a cool, like July is ice cream month, and you happen to have some great ice cream related, images or something. Let the Mountain West, it's true. Let the Mountain West Digital Library staff help you promote your collections on the Mountain West Digital Library social media and on your own. And so I sent out monthly invitations. They were a little corny sometimes, I know, and I don't know whether you got any requests.
We did not.
I did one. I requested one to have
You did, but
a collection, but
right.
nobody, yeah.
And
So,
honestly, it can be really an image and just 2 lines,
Mhm.
and we can do all the work for you. You can even point to an object and just provide us like some lead, and we have Keegan, he'll be back in August, and he'd be happy to work on that promotion for you.
yeah, so, if it might seem like, oh, it's just extra work. I don't have time to, write up a thing about one of our collections. As Kinza said, just say, I want to promote such and such, or this month is, such and such going on at our school or our institution. This is what I'd like to promote. So those are some ideas. And that's the link down there where you can send in your requests to Mountain West Digital Library staff to get some help or to get some ideas for promoting your collections. And here are some ones that they chose to spotlight themselves because they didn't get any requests. But like Happy Arbor Day, there's one from SUU President Braithwaite, and there's one from Oregon Digital. It was National Donut Day. And there's one from Utah State University, Graduation Day. So just a picture or something like that you want to help drive some new users to your, or attention to your collections. Let's see. Yeah, and Kinza has a new idea. When you add a new collection to Mountain West Digital Library, and you can tell the world about it, you can literally tell the world. They now will help you make a video or an audio recording about your new collection or a collection that you want to promote. So it's this one-button studio that the Marriott Library has. You can do this from anywhere. You don't even have to come up here. You can use Zoom. So you can be at your institution. They can just contact Kinza, and they can arrange it so that you can talk about this collection that you want to promote, and they'll put it on the Mountain West Digital Library social media. You can put it on your own social media. So that's a great new idea. So I hope that we'll take advantage of that.
And then we tag with the DPLA
Right.
hashtag, and these things do make a difference. Sometimes we have collections that are kind of forgotten that has great content. They're sort of putting them sort of up in the front a little bit for people to see, and then you can start getting that traffic back in, because there's been so much work that's been done to digitize, curate, metadata, that it's nice to be able to show the world what we have and get it used.
And I just remembered I got 2 emails today from people that I had talked to about Mountain West Digital Library. I talked to a man who is with the Lehigh Historical Society at the last USHRAB meeting. That's the Utah State Historical Records Advisory Board meeting. And so he just emailed me today, and he wants me to come and talk to him and the museum director about possible projects. And also got the email from the person from Salt Lake Public Library. She confirmed that she's going to come and talk with us tomorrow. So, so just talking to people at meetings and stuff like that, it really works. Kinza had talked earlier about Axel Ramirez. He's a professor on UVU campus. I knew him because he deals with student teachers who are going into history education. And I actually met him at that Utah State Conference for the Social Studies. And we started talking about, what are the possibilities of using Mountain West Digital Library materials as primary sources for teachers. And so he's an example of someone you can, on your own campus, can establish a connection with, student teachers, professors in various fields. Encourage your librarian subject specialists to reach out if they are liaisons, if they liaise with different departments on campus. Enlist their help in promoting your collections and the Mountain West Digital Library as well. So best promotion of all is Kinza herself. She was on TV. She talked with, on the PBS show Contact with Mary Dixon. And so that was
Fun.
good. Did you get some feedback from that, or?
Yeah, I actually got a number of emails, just even asking help with research following that. I think we really honestly have less than 3 minutes to talk, but the viewership of the programs is pretty high. So that's why people try to get in right there to talk about the organization or a project that's going on. So.
Yeah, that's great. Congratulations. Well, I think I've kind of gone over my time, but if you have any questions or suggestions for other outreach, I would love to hear from you. Again, thank you to everyone who volunteers when that doodle poll email comes around. So thanks again. There's my contact info if you want to get in touch with more ideas. I'm always receptive to more ideas. So thanks.